3, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Alienware Arena Week 6 EU. We are here with the Stompmachine up against the Extreme Crazy Gamers. I'm the FourCourtJester. With me today, the Bird. Stream is the word. How you doing there, bro?
Doing great. It's been an interesting weekend that we did before, and now we're into where playing off on our regular little schedule, doing some Alienware work, and also going to get into some crazy gaming. Oh, just butcher the name. Extreme Crazy Gamers versus some Stompmachine. So, very vivid team names that are going to be coming out against each other right now.
The Stompmachine. It definitely sounds like they're very confident in themselves. Stompmachine going to be here on the blue team. I believe team captain was Chrisley, but no, as I say, that looks like Kisser over there. So Andrion versus the Kisser. You guys are indeed on stream. We're waiting for you guys to start up the game. But yeah, Stompmachine versus the Extreme Crazy Gamers. When I hear Extreme Crazy Gamers, I want to see some kind of fun, extreme and crazy stats. How about you?
I expect to be very calm, very usual kind of stats. Even though their name goes Extreme Crazy Gamers, I feel like when you play in a game that is best of one, usually you don't go that extreme style. I mean, I think what was it, Half Person or somebody from IPL said it best. Like, you always hear about these like extreme crazy styles from teams, but they usually don't commit to it because they want to play safe and they want to go and get the win through their own little way.
Alright, that being said, we are launched into the game, so they did their own little countdown, just like what we do. Good times, good times. So yeah, a few picks and bands coming out. Speaking of Hampers, he does say hello. I was actually talking to him just before we did go live to this, and it looks like he had a good New Year as well, back in the San Francisco area.
It's San Francisco.
It's where all the magic happens. It's like Never Never Land for gamers.
Does it have like glitters and golds and one-trick
pirates? One-trick ponies, yeah. See what you did there. Yeah, you know, one-trick ponies. They did make their way through up to the round of 8. What seed did they end up? I think they're 6 or 7.
They're 11 supposedly, but they're third placeholder for things. So they won against their opponent, which was, I forget, Team Tower Dive, I think that was their opponent in the round of 8, so they're good with that. And yeah, they didn't get, they got a good seed. They got a better seed than what Team Tower Dive did. Team Tower Dive, you don't know, they got Fear, Good Game University, which is Team Dynamic, and another big team, which is just very unfortunate.
Poor guys. Gotta feel a little bit shaky with those nerves there, going up against the big names. But hey, they made it. They're going off to LA. They're gonna have a good time, win or lose. So
yeah, that's a definite truth. And yeah, we are seeing bands of picks going off right now. Stompmachine on the blue side, Kha'Zix, Evelyn, Blitzcrank, Extreme Crazy Gamers, Malphite, Darius, Shun, maybe, or Alistair, Shun, Alistair, something like that.
Oh, it is EU. I mean, could even be a Twisted Fate. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of that lately.
Yeah, that's true. But Evelyn banned out, Kha'Zix banned out, not really surprising EU. We've been seeing that, and Lee Sin and me finally picked up for that last man. Makes sense.
Kha'Zix, Malphite, Darius, Lee Sin, very very common theme right there. Yeah, Evelyn, it feels more like a solo band at this point. I mean, we've seen some Evelyns over the last week absolutely stomp, and you know, putting an Evelyn on a Stompmachine definitely sounds like something you'd want to do. But Blitzcrank definitely feels more of a solo queue-esque band. Still a very feared support.
Yeah, I mean, there's hooks, and you know, with the new support champion Thresh coming, well, not support, but new champion Thresh coming into play. He has a hook of his own that pulls in people. He also has some really good, unique characteristics with himself. So I don't know, Blitzcrank could be the least favorite of the month, and we're going to be seeing them back into play with Thresh having some very unique kind of styles. As we're going to pick up as on the AD carry side for Stompmachine, Extreme Crazy Gamers does lock in that insta-lock almost of Mumu, and Tarek's about to be locked in as well. Mumu, again, lots of control in that mid-game to late-game presence. Early game, it's pretty hard to get him started, and especially if the blue buff is pressured, I mean, it's going to be tough for Extreme Crazy Gamers.
How much do you wanna put on the table here that purple team's gonna be picking up a misfortune for their AD?
Probably. I mean, we've been seeing it all the time, Misfortune and Mumu or choreograph in Misfortune or anything with AoE stun with Misfortune. It's just godly, does so much damage, and it's just so devastating to a team.
Yeah, the wombo combo, so to speak. We're actually seeing a pretty decent wombo combo the other day with our Maokai and Lux picked up for that. So we could see some good ganks coming out of Stone Cold. Does have that Maokai ready to go. It's a little bit of support there in the chat for Stone Cold as well. Stone Cold numero uno. But we also have a Leona there for our support. So Leona, Ezreal definitely seems like they could lay down some hurt.
Well, Leona Ezreal is a really great all-in kind of team top, because you do have the damage output that comes from Ezreal, then you have the stun lockdown plus the extra damage from the passive of Leona off of proc. It's like having the Lux proc for everybody, really. So I'm liking what they picked as a bottom lane, but you do have that Taric, and now Draven getting locked in. Pretty good disengage with stand aside, and you can use that Dazzle as a disengage as well. Yeah, we'll see if they can handle it, but it's whoever blinks first over in this bottom lane is going to be able to get the kills and get the win.
Oh man, almost forgot to put up summoner blockers. Doesn't matter by the end of the game. Oh. Oops, my bad. Alright, summoner blockers now enabled, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, Draven. Don't see a lot of Draven a lot.
Draven, I mean, he's a great solo queue kind of stomper, and you know, that's kind of extreme. Picking up the Orianna as well, very great control with the team of Extreme Crazy Gamers. That mid-game presence, paired up with like a Wukong or a, well, Malphite's banned out. Anything outside of the AoE kind of Galio. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how they want to fight this over here at the mid lane. While the team of Stompmachine kind of has an all-in team as well. You have that Valkyrie, so you twist of advanced root, and then get that Vengeful Maelstrom. You have Solar Flare into a Xenoblade / Shield of Daybreak, and then you're gonna just kind of crush it into there. And you have this Rise that could be picked up as well. Ooh, Zed. That Zed deck, I like it. I like
nice
it a lot.
Counter right there. Oh, that Zed. Oh man. So we're gonna have to figure out who we want to be throwing up top lane. Who do you think? Is it going to be a Zed mid against this Orianna, or are we just going to go more of that mage in the middle, throw Rise? Because Rise could easily just still go top lane as well.
It's blue, but our blue team as well, so you can actually afford yourself to get that Rise or red top lane. But majority of the time it will be Rise mid, but then again, Zed top is not a bad thing as well. Well, actually, I don't know. The matchup isn't going to be favored in Zed, so I think Zed is probably going to have to go mid, and top lane is going to be Rise versus that Renekton.
Oh man, Renekton.
Well, hopefully.
Well, the Rune Prison would be able to stop out some of that corkscrew action on top of Rise, but with an Amumu gank coming in on top of that, I don't know. We're going to have to see what these guys do want to develop. Apparently, the only jungler that Stone Cold can actually play is Maokai. I'm going to take a quick look. Maokai, games played 12, 66% win rate. Amumu was the other one at 10, 50%. And then Shen with a 100% win rate because he played one game. So those are his top three. So it definitely seems like he got his top choice in that regard. Now, again, with Draven, as he said, nice solo queue, can really capitalize on some of the mistakes of the enemies. Can he capitalize enough to kind of defeat this Ezreal Leona bot lane? He kind of just seems squishy on his own.
I mean, that's what you trade off with damage. You just trade off your health and such like that. You got that with Vayne, you got that with Ashe as well. Like, they have good potential amount of damage, but that's just potential, and that's also just how the developers kind of wrote in. And unfortunately for not Draven's, actually probably a bit better on the health than most of the other AD carries, but isn't actually still as strong because of how close you actually have to be in proximity to all the other people. So that's just an unfortunate thing about that. It's going to be top lane Zed and mid lane Rise, because Darien does play top lane most of the time. So Zed versus Renekton is going to be interesting. It's going to be how Darien's going to have to bait out the Call of the Week and also the stun down as well. So we'll see how that happens. I mean, Zed, Living Shadows, it's a pretty OP ability. It's almost like a Shadow Assault when you don't have a Shadow Assault. But yeah, we'll see how that will happen for that top lane, mid lane, Orianna versus Rise. Rune Prison, like you said about that. But again, the Amumu ganks with on top of, well, Orianna attack command plus Shockwave could be very devastating. So I give that lane really more over to the mid lane than it is to the mid lane of Stompmachine. Other than that, jungle Mumu versus jungle Maokai. We haven't seen that in quite a while. It's becoming more prevalent because, well, Maokai is still a really good jungler, and now a lot of people are coming back to Maokai. I mean, look at Epic Gaming, and they played like Maokai almost exclusively throughout the whole Season 3 the qualifiers.
Wow, we have a 9-0-21 on our Rise, and then in the runes he has 175 health, 3% move speed on top of that. So that's at least 6% extra move speed comboed on top of that Rise, and a lot of cooldown reductions. So very interesting to see there. I'm just going through all the things, looking at all the different... I still have all the summoner picks and bans up. Man, I'll get into this, I swear.
So, but Joe's what he's going to be building into is just tier the guys. So he's probably going to go straight off Fairy Charm, Crystalline Flash 2-pot with a ward maybe. That'd be probably the most optimal of his kind of build, and just go right into that tier goddess right after that. So, interesting build, but it's a very useful build, especially with the health addition onto it. That means he's going to be really tanky, and Chrysolite has to waste more mana than she regularly would for a regular AP Mines.
I'm looking at Draven, plus 18 flat damage. Level 1 with 13 armor. In fact, apparently the most winningest champion here for Kisser is Draven, and he's going to be sitting at 2307 to boot. So, I don't know, maybe he has a plan up his sleeve for this, but yeah, gonna get these games rolling in just a few seconds here, guys, waiting for the rest of the delay to tick down. One thing I did notice is that we have 2 potential ball carriers for Orianna. We can get this corkscrew in there, or we can have the Amumu just take it and hopefully become the star of the show for once.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with that. I wish he could like connect the ball onto like Draven's axes and throw the axes and just go right in. That'd be really cool. I wish that Orianna's ball could actually connect to well, weapons or innate objects as well. That'd be really interesting to well, get on to everything. It just makes it a little bit more of a fun time for players, but then again, it would be kind of broken when you see the Master and Standard Award go over, and then you just get Shockwave for no reason.
Shockwave for no reason. I like the way you put that. All right, loading up. Let's see what we have for some of these skins. A little disappointed. I only got 5 skins on the board, but 3-2. Zed with that Ignite. We also got Rise with that Ignite, and Ezreal Ignite as well. So the 3 Ignites versus the 3 Ignites on both sides. Both of them are also bringing that Exhaust to the table, and of course our junglers on that Smite. So no teleports, no barriers, no cleanses. Definitely seems to be a bit more of an aggressive comp from both. Really good looking Leona right there, though.
Yeah, the Valkyrie Leona is very, very sun-dependent Leona, so it's really cool. I don't think Professor Rise cracks up the passive, such I don't think he has sunglasses, so that doesn't work out right there. Onto Maokai, very usual, very good. Stone Cold, your best jungler, you better not disappoint the fans that are looking at you, because, yeah, you gotta play your own thing. Same with Kisser, who's playing his best AD carry. Try to not disappoint the fans as well. Rip Rap with the Pharaoh Mumu. That I haven't actually, well, I might have not even really thought about it, but I haven't really seen that much anymore.
Oh, balls. I didn't resize the interface.
I was going to guess that you were going to do that, and that's just unfortunate.
Okay, 1 sec.
1280 with 720, go! I'll go talk about level 1 right quick while we're at it. Indectin starting on Doran's Shield. That's interesting against Zed, actually. I don't understand why he did that. I think he should have started off more aggressive than anything. When you play Redectin, you want to be very aggressive, although you want to play a little bit passive as, because you do push the lane pretty hard with you call them Megan, and on top of that the cut, the slice and dice, so that's very interesting. But anyway, Orianna going to be able to scout out level 1. I would think that blue team / Stompmachine has the better level 1. You have Leona, you have some to engage with Rise's Rune Prison, and you could get Twisted Vents as well. So they have that kind of stun down, but I don't know if they are going to do it, because they're literally just defending themselves in the neural network kind of defense.
I see that you've taken a call and get that as well.
I think you call it, right? That some other people call it that too. That's why too.
Oh, really? All right. Okay, so interface will do for now. I keep bugging Rise, like, guys, give me a numerical input one day for interfaces. That way I can just swap them. No problem, like every other game. No dice. All right, whatever. So it'll do for now. Do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. But, you know, Mr. Bird, as you said, no invades going out. We did have all that vision. We got some wards out, both red and blue. Just looking for those invades on the entrances. One Explorer ward down. Another Explorer ward out there as well. 3 Explorer wards? Wow. We start off with 3 Explorer wards on Team Blue.
Is that really the truth? Because, yeah, Rise went... Interesting.
Yeah, Rise had it. Leona had it. I don't know who else had it. I wasn't looking. But we do have at least the 2 Biscuits. As I said, we went really deep into the utility tree for Rise. So how's that going to match up for him? I mean, it's a lot of cooldown reduction. Again, he also has a lot of move speed under his stable. 389 move speed, apparently.
That's just crazy. If you could pair that up with the Janna support, that's like 400 at level 1. What the freak is that? Got Boots, got the 2 health pots plus 1 mana pot. He's just going to be raising up to that tier, guys. I mean, I feel like the Rise is building that so they can suffice a little bit more into that mid game. And all you really need from Rise, which pretty much you need from a Vayne as well, just get him items, he'll be okay. You don't really need to feed him kills, but if you feed him kills, that's pretty cool as well. A lot of control, a lot of good stuff that will come from this Rise pretty soon.
Alright, so you can see Leona, I guess, trying to zone out the enemy, but Ezreal's just kind of way there in the back as well. So not exactly the result that they were looking for, but ball going to go out to the middle, is not going to land on top of Rise. And the CSing has started, already 4 digits for everyone. Our top lane, Renekton, 4 creeps to the 10 of Zed. Is he going to get bullied out, I wonder?
A little bit. I'm surprised that he didn't actually start more aggressively, but it's fine. That takes the and shield, makes them negative, self-sustain and just regen up. But usually when you see a Renekton, you think, well, they're supposed to be really aggressive because they usually have advantage over every top lane, and it doesn't seem like it was Zed. Zed just didn't filter away well, Ruthless Predator and all, it's not going to be good anything. We do see Giga in mid. Chrysler is deaders, like super deaders right now. Great job by Majoki picking up that kill.
Super duper deaders. Yeah, again, Maokai coming in, and Majoki not on Maokai, unfortunately there. But yeah, it should be able to pick up that first blood, and yeah, as you said, you know, if you can feed those kills to Rise, it'll just help accelerate him, but it will depend more upon his farm, among other things. A little bit of a gank on the bottom as well. Kisser not looking so good. Gonna get hit by the Zenith Blade and the stun as well. Mystic Shot did not land. Might be bad news for this Leona. Out goes that exhaust as well, but the return kill from Andreon. Or Andrewan. I'm just going to call him Andre. Got that kill on top of Kisser. So, hey, take down the support and leave up the AD. Not entirely too sure that the Extreme Crazy Gamers got the better trade out of that one.
It is unfortunate that Andre didn't actually hit that Mr. Shot first. If he did hit that Mr. Shot, Draven went excellent and able to kill the Leona at the end turn. But Andre going to be able to CS up, going to get the experience up as well. A little bit more than when Leona would be there. So, very smart little play right there. Engagement over top lane, nothing really happening in mid lane, and some great stuff as well. Rise now 29 to 27 CS. Hasn't gone back yet. We do see Doran's ring on Chrysler.
Yeah, come back with that, Doran's. It's just a nice boost on the health, plus a little bit of stats, and every last hit will return a bit of mana. So top lane, Renekton, he was a little bit behind, but he's caught up pretty decently. Still only on that Doran's shield, and Doran's shield as a start, especially with the new block mechanics from the mastery, you should be able to, I think, block 11 damage, level 1.
It's 8 damage, I think, overall, because it's 6 plus, yeah, wow,
should be 6 plus damage. 5, yeah, because it's block plus the block above it as well, because you have to get to the block talent, which means you need the prerequisites. So I'm fairly sure it's 11 damage. But either way, level 1 blocking that much auto attack damage, I mean, that's usually more than a 10% damage reduction increase. But look at that Maokai going in with the twisted advance. I don't think that Shuriken actually hit as well, and it looks like he will be okay. 57 armor, 52 magic resist. We got some nice scaling stats for Renekton on top of that.
Yeah, Renekton's just going to go a little bit better into this mid game than what Zed will be doing, but Zed, again, very good AD assassin, going to get some lethality in there, and yeah, this is going to be bad for Grenade.
Nah, he has the corkscrew. That's what
Slice and dice. The slice and dice is very too strong. Hollowback's going to get out of there from bottom lane. Nurse didn't want to actually rush that one, and interesting enough, Stompmachine isn't really well pressuring too much. I mean, they're pressuring up the top lane, they're pressuring up the bottom lane, but they're not pressuring in a way that they want to secure the game so fast. They're gonna make it go a little bit longer, and we'll see if Andre and Nourish will be able to pick off this bottom lane, because I feel like Draven, 40 to 36 on the creeps for, has been doing good, but I feel like Andre's been just pressuring a little bit better. That's because of the support, truthfully.
Yeah, now we are going to have our top lane come on down for that gank on top of Chris. It will be a kill there for Darium. So not only do we push back the Renekton, we go looking for that kill into the mid, and without any kind of ward there in the river, absolutely had no idea it was coming her way. So she's now dropped 0-2. Rise does have that tier. He's going to start stacking that up 60 already. Zenith Blade going in, the stun coming out. Kisser going to be dropping low again as well. Another heal coming out from Tarek will keep him alive. Health pots are a-chugging. Darius came back, Draven came back with a pickaxe first item.
Just, there's times when you're not going to be able to pick up BF Sword, you pick up the pickaxe and you just kind of roll with it. It usually doesn't build into Draven's first item, but if Draven goes defending the edge first, then it's a good adjustment. But again, when you do pick up pickaxe first, when you see that as an AD carry, you're just like telling yourself you're just defeated and you're surrendering a little bit. So hopefully you can pick up a little bit more. But now 52 to 46, Andre's putting a pretty good pressure, and we'll see what Draven can do for himself, because right now he's just not going to be able to do too much in this lane.
The double Doran blades up against the pickaxe. Now, typically, if you do head on back to town, you'll pick up like a tier 2 boots, a vamp scepter. We've been seeing that a lot more and more over the last week, especially since season 3 is now kind of filled out and everyone has everything just under wraps. But pickaxe first, I haven't seen that.
Could be a Last Whisper first, and somebody in the EU season 3 qualifiers. I think it was AAA.
We had Ezreal do that.
Yeah, Ezreal building Last Whisper first, so could be building a super late game. So there you go with that. And looking at the other item builds right now, wow. That Catalyst of the Protector on top of the Tear of the Goddess, there's no way you're going to get to Rise anytime soon. 66 to 65 on the CS score as well. You have the Zed picking up a Brutalizer, not surprising, 80 Assassin picking up Brutalizer, doing some damage with that, so we're going to see him back away from that. 46 CS on that Renekton, going to be building up to a cloth armor. Going to be building Ninja Tabby, gets that Ruby Crystal as well. Don't know if that's going to really help him too much, but it's there. And we're going to try to go in for this gank while the team members kind of respond onto this.
Yeah, we got a 3-man gang shaping up there mid. Both Oriana as well as the Mumu just going to be heading on out of that one. Don't want to really get caught into another unfavorable situation for them. But 3 for 1 right now on the Stompmachine, living up to their name. We did have a top gank going on as well as that mid engage at the same time. No kills coming out of it, but we did get the ultimate out of Renekton. So that's going to be on cooldown for another 70 seconds. And as you said, Tyr and Catalyst likely to be Rod of Age's first item again for Rise. Needs to get that tankiness for that mid lane ready to go. And what do you think, Muramana today or a Seraph?
Didn't build anything through the AP kind of mastery, so I think he's probably going to go Seraph because he needs damage. He only has 8 AP, although you don't really need AP on Rise. I know that it does some mana for his damage. It just helps just a little bit more, if anything, to just get that more damage on there. But I guess he suffice with that with Rod of Ages, so I wouldn't be surprised if Mune / Muramana would work out for that Rise too.
Seen it before. The auto attack damage that comes off to it is really not the issue. It's the fact that all that mana then adds on to spells as well as the auto attacks. That's where it becomes kind of dangerous. It's not unheard of to see 5,000 mana at the end of the day for Majoki on that Rise. So either way, 3 for 1, still creeping fairly well. Wow, that's going to be a dead Renekton. That Ignite will tick him down. Darium picking up another kill top lane, 2-0 with only the boots and Brutalizer. He's kind of going to town on top of the Croc.
Yeah, the Renekton hasn't been able to just do anything. Graves 97 just unfortunately at that point where it was 4 CS compared to like 12 or 15 is just a losing lane overall in general. Graves tried to do something so they can bait out, so he can try to trade off a kill right there, but Just fortunate that Zed is just too powerful, and the mobility with Living Shadow is just so poignant in there. So can't really do too much about the Zed, and Renekton probably gonna have to do some roaming to try to catch up over here. Probably catch up on the Majokai, to pick up over there because yeah, Majokai is 98 CS to 86 CS as well, so it's not really looking too good over that mid lane.
12-minute Black Cleaver. 12-minute Black Cleaver. That's,
standard.
Yeah. Now I was actually looking at our Ezra as he's going to come back to lane, and he's going a bit more old school. I mean, he still only has the tier 1 boots, but double Dorns into Phage. We're going to see a Trinity Force come out soon.
Or Frozen Mallet. I mean, you never know. They
I don't think he's that old school.
Stompmachine is kind of feeling a top moment, especially in this top lane and the mid lane, that Ezreal could kind of do whatever he wants without Andre. But yeah, I mean, Trinity Force is a really good item. We see it more in the EU than it is in the NA. NA doesn't favor that. They favor the Iceborne Gauntlets onto Ezreal's. But yeah, there you go. Ezreal actually getting cut out right over here. Could get bursted down, but then again, Kisser could just come right back and just get killed up himself.
Wow, a really nice lawnmower at the end there. Kisser going to be getting the better of that one with the help of Holbeck. And yeah, I think that maybe a little bit too much overconfidence. I mean, we did get off the nice Leona initiate, but then they lined up for it, and we had that whirling death go out, and goodbye Leona. Unfortunate right there. But hey, that's going to be good news for Kisser as he goes 2-1. Does have that Vamp Blade, so the Vamp Scepter as he's come back. Now Stone Cold's going to come down here, throw out that sapling, is going to notice that Holbeck's going to be running away. And, you know, Rip Rap's still not sharing this blue buff with Orianna.
It's unfortunate with Orianna because Orianna needs a blue buff as well. Getting only 2 double Doran's rings, that is not enough mana to really sustain. On top of that, Majoki is super tanky, can't really do anything to him. Super tanky in the way that he has a lot of health and a lot of mana. It's shared within himself, so you're really not going to do anything to this Rise, especially how he built up with the health rooms in the beginning as well.
We still have Maokai hanging around bottom lane looking for possibly a lane gank, but his opponents have gone back to town, and now we do got the tier 2 boots for Draven and a Zeal. So maybe looking to kind of just outmaneuver Ezreal?
I don't know about the Bell. The Bell's good for some reasons, that if it was a Vayne or if it was a Kog'Maw, it probably would have worked out a little bit better. For Draven though, this is really interesting to see him for the first time. Rune Prison going on Chrysler, he's going to take a lot of damage. Rip Rap going to go try to get in. Use that Crystal Staff on move. The only thing he's going to use is going to be his death, and he's going to flash away. But Majokai going to try to get in there. Great spell shield from that Crystal. Actually, it was just a defense ball, but even there, is a really good play from the team of Extreme Crazy Gamers to try to get out of that gank.
Well, burned out the flash from the Rise as well, not going to be able to grab that. Sapling's going to notice that our Renekton's down here. Darium going to go on top of him, though, is going to be dropped in a little bit under half. In goes the Twisted Advance. The Arcane Smash forces out the flash from Renekton, as well as that ultimate, looking for that extra boost in health. Shuriken will not land, and once again, another set of flashes burned out for no gain. But the pressure is on. Stompmachine still doing really good work across all the different lanes. Got 3 of our CSers now into the triple digits, and Darius has even gone wandering up to the mid, so he's going to be able to just babysit mid while I guess Tarek babysits bottom. Well, I get to support a little bit of solo XP, I guess.
Yeah, solo XP, plus he can catch up because he has been kind of denied out from a little bit. 8 to the 8 on the Narushi/Holbeck Battle of the Ages, but Holbeck's going to take a little bit of the lead over here just because he is getting that solo XP, while Nourish is going to be kind of down and kind of crying like a Mumu right now, who's in the jungle. I mean, Rip Rap, we haven't really been saying his name a little bit. Mumu hasn't really been doing anything as a ganker, and this is just unfortunate. There's a lot of control that's being brought by this Maokai right now just because, well, got a really good successful first gank, got a really good successful second gank over that top lane as well, so I don't know. I don't know what Rip Rap's going to do, and he's going to try to give the blue buff to his Orianna, but the blue buff's not there.
No, blue buff, he did take the third. We've done 3 blue buffs so far, and he has actually taken all 3. And Majoki here has actually been allowed 2 of them, which is making a big difference in that mid. 101 with 147 creeps up against the 020 on our Orianna. So in terms of gold, 5,000 to the 4,300. That's the big difference between our mid laners. So yeah, Rise doing really good things. Has 1600 to his name. Should be heading back to complete something soon. If he is going to go for the Rod of Ages with that Chrysalis, then early is better than later. It's not a Chrysalis, Catalyst.
Catalyst, yeah. 1700 gold onto Rise right now, and yeah, he could go Rod of Ages. He could go Blasting One and just build something else as well. I mean, there's so many possibilities that Rise can go right now. He could go straight into Frozen Heart if he wants to go into that build, get that Glacial Shroud really early. There's so many things because he has, well, utility, plus he has more Goldage. Yeah, he does have the Rod Ages, but he has so many ways and paths to go. He can do whatever he wants to because he's pretty far ahead. I mean, 1700 going back in, he's now 5k to 4k onto this Orianna versus Rise, and well, Orianna's gonna try to get this gank over here. If she does get a good gank over here, it'll actually work out for the team of Extreme Crazy Gamers.
Yeah, we got Orianna in the back. We also had Maokai still hanging around looking for that lane gank. Did not have any wards in the bush, but somehow they got revealed because we did have that ping, and now Maokai's realized that it's just not meant to be. Had Leona trying to make something happen a bit earlier as well. Did not land the Zenith, and now we do have Chrysalie right there. Do we see her? No, we don't. Narushi's going to throw up the shield, possibly engage here on top of Tarek, but Tarek's just going to bait it out, and now if they are going to be diving, it's going to be under that tower.
I don't understand really the move right there. They probably should have just stunned down Leona, but they could have burned out Flash at least, and Chrysalie could have just left it out there from there. Just yet a little bit of time to just back that up just in case. But now Chrysalie just wasted about 2 minutes of the time while Rise took a red buff from the team. We'll see if this gank over top.
Alright, so Curse the Sad Mummy going in. Tower dive coming out on top of Darium. Here comes Rise from behind. Unfortunately, could have been very useful earlier on, but a nice Rune Prison inside that tower range. Will be able to take one kill, if not the double. It's not going to be looking good for Rip Rap at all. There we go. Double kill coming out. Now we still have Orianna. Nope, Orianna's actually left the bottom lane. So while that whole time Orianna was down here, Rise gets himself another double, plus the jungle farm, and a lot more gold in his pocket.
Yeah, I just don't understand the play. They needed to pressure that really earlier for Orianna to actually do something, and unfortunately for that, Chrysalie just kind of waited down there. Well, Rise just made a big play over at top lane, now 3-0-1, probably about a 1.5k gold up ahead. Yep, 1.5k gold up ahead, and Majoki is just going to be able to just salvage it even more so for himself to even be so much more farther than this Orianna.
Second place in terms of gold is going to be Zed. Third place is going to be Ezreal. And then we can start talking about the Extreme Crazy Gamers. So at a score of 6-3, only about 2,000 gold separates the two teams. No towers down on either side. But in terms of those individual values, all three lanes are going towards the top Stompmachine before the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, and the Stompmachines are doing a pretty good job just controlling everything. Zed actually picking up a Buildwater Cutlass, probably going to be building to a Blade Rune King. I've been hearing some great things about that, Blade Rune King, Jax, supposedly Soul Baron, stuff like that. It's really good. So we'll see what'll happen with that little pickup right there. And the Jerky still right away in the jungle of the opposing side. I don't know, the control is not there for the team of Extreme Crazy Gamers, and we'll see what'll happen. Chrysalie going to be synced up from the side.
Shockwave will go off. It does pretty much nothing against Rise, and Rise with all those cooldowns is going to be going on a rampage. 4-0-1. We got Narushi down south with the shield. Will hit Holbeck. Is going to get the Dazzle Shatter combo. Nope, no Shatter, just the Dazzle. There's the Shatter. Holbeck is going to be dropping low, though. We do got that exhaust on top of Kisser, who did have to stand aside as well. Don't think it's going to be a kill on top of Narushi unless we get a Whirling Death out. But it does not seem that Kisser is actually interested in that. And good thing that they did back off. Rise down there, Maokai down there as well. Could be a really nasty four-man fight against them. So they do back off. Looks like they might actually head home. And that will be that. So 7-3, the only kill going down will be the Orianna mid. But after that Phage, I guess we're not going to be seeing Eternity Force. I'm looking at Ezra right now. He does have a BF sword on top of things.
Could be a Bloodthirster first. Really old Season 2 build, actually. Well, not really old. It's just really old just in case because Season 3 is already here. It's what Bloodthirster first, go to Phage first so you can have that slow proc and then you just keep on pushing on lanes. It's a really good replacement after Doran's Blade got its really big nerf where it went down to 80 health per each Doran's Blade, and having the Phage up on top of that, you get that slow proc, you get some more damage, and you get, well, goodness happen. Narushi gonna get stunned down, Rip Rap gonna come in for the gank, but again, Rip Rap not showing anything while Oriana's probably gonna go to get killed.
Oh, Oriana, where are you? There you are. Chrisley, unfortunately, 2-on-1 in the wrong place at the wrong times. Frozen Mount come out for Renekton, but yeah, that's not going to be saving Chrisley whatsoever. Another kill coming down for Rise as well. Bottom lane going to be pushing in. Could transition into a nice kill, but they're going to be backing off. Darium going to be covering mid as Renekton did head home. Oriana 0-4-0. Not exactly the impact that she wanted this round.
I'm pretty sure the 2 blue buffs, like he said, got denied. That's pretty big, but also as well, Majoki getting that first blood really hurt him. And Rip Rap now going to catch on to Majoki. Are they going to actually catch him the kill, or is Rip Rap just going to go fall down right here?
Oh man, Jerry, I'm able to pick up the kill. I think that was his Living Shadow / Marked for Death, able to pick that one up. But my god, did you see Amumu just melt under the pressure? Rise just bringing the pain. Oh, not a good place right now for the Extreme Crazy Gamers. 9-3 for the Stompmachine. Again, living up to their name. We got a lot of health now on top of our Renekton. 2,500, has a lot of armor on top of that as well. And still, he seems to be just that much weaker against this Zed.
Well, Zed with the Black Cleaver, I hear that item's pretty good. I mean, shreds armor, and it has flat armor penetration as well, so looking at Zed's values as a champion right now, he does have 22 armor flat and then 8% on the percentage, so he's going to be shredding a little bit by little bit, but once he actually gets his marks in there onto Gray, Gray is just not going to have a good time with that one. As well, Majoki right now 502, 203 CS compared to the 177. I mean, at least Oriana has been kind of keeping up with the CS farm, but Majoki could do nothing wrong, and literally, these jungle evades are because Majoki is just in such a lead.
Really good whirling death at the end there from Kisser. Almost looked like Leona was going to get out of that one, but now Sunlight down, Exhaust down, just waited it out, aimed it out. We also got the flash out of Narushi out of that one as well, and could be a turnaround on top of Darium top. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to... Whoa, he actually canceled. And a good flash out of that. Not going to be landing on top of that bandage, but still, I don't really think he needed to cancel out of that, but hey, flash down. A little bit of a victory going to the extremes.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't really, well, he is a really good top laner, but right now he isn't healthy enough to withstand a full combo burst with, well, supposedly if Rip Rap actually had Curse Stab Mummy, and we do see Rip Rap either going to die to Majoki right before he got taunted down.
Yeah, we did have that taunt in the bush. I don't think actually Rip Rap could hear it, but he said take the scroll, and his rune page is actually called Take the Scroll, believe it or not. So this is literally a Rise dedicated rune page for him, but an interesting taunt, not going to quite grab the kill, but Curse of the Sad Mummy down, and yeah, that means we have a little bit more of an opportunity for a big team fight to go in the favor of the Stompmachine.
It also means that if they want to do a tower dive, they will have about a minute and 30 left for Chris and Money to really be coming up right soon. So good job for Rise to just take this scroll and we'll do some stuff with that. And yeah, Rip Rap can't do anything about the ganks or anything. Pretty much been immobilized as jungler, and this is a part of the game that you just can't really see because Extreme Crazy Gamers all over getting not stopped, but you know, getting the machine up into the stoppage.
Not going to be able to get it with that last kill, but the Shuriken will be able to solidify the kill. Darium once again going one-on-one with Renekton and grabbing that kill. At the same time, Majoki mid, able to take down the tower. We got some counter warding by the Dragon, and we haven't really seen a lot of pressure on Dragon bottom lanes. I mean, we haven't really seen too many ganks coming out on top of Kisser. We have seen some 2v2s go down, but at the same time, just curious that no big plays going on in the Dragon area.
And you can see it because of the lane experience that everybody's had 16-16, just so much damage. Rip Rap going to be taken down easily by Majoki as well. I mean, Majoki's at level 16 compared to Oriana, who's at level 13. Same with the top lane, 13-16. That's so much damage, just so much everything that is so far ahead that Stompmachine just has. And yeah, Kisser, you're going to be not long for this role. Hold back as well and be double killed from Majoki.
Strong? really the only thing I would say. It is kind of turning more stompy as time goes on. We're going to now transition into that Dragon bottom lane. Zed still up top, putting pressure on top of Renekton. Nothing he can really do about this. Tower's going to be down. Nice split push out of the Ezreal. Dragon, first Dragon, 26 minutes in, and now with 3 towers to the aim. Dragon, 13 kills to the 4. We've pulled ahead about 9,000 gold.
In about 2 minutes of a span, yeah, there's just so much pressure. Tier 1 turrets all down for the team of Extreme Crazy Gamers right now. Extreme Crazy Gamers, the only thing they can do is group up, but they probably should have done that a little bit earlier ago. I mean, the Mumu just got denied a lot. Orianna got just denied a lot as well. Darium did similar, and here we go with the push, but is it going to be enough?
Whirling Blade doing some decent damage. Curse the Sad Mummy not catching Darium where they want it, and Narushi will be dropping. Majoki is now going to kind of have to do the fight of his life, but fortunately, he's just going to be able to take a dirt nap right there. We also got Stone Cold and Darium on the retreat. We do have Renekton corkscrewing in. We do got a flash coming out from Taric. Is it going to be enough? We do got the flash as well. The True Shot Barrage coming out, and it does look like that will be enough to ward off any more kills from the Extreme. So 2 for 0 in their favor, but still they're missing a lot of map control at this point. So still a few signs of life. 7,000 gold as the difference. That's going to be some much needed into Kisser. Kisser now 4-1, has himself that Infinity Edge as well as the Zeal. There he is, red and blue to boot.
Yeah, he's going to be the main focal point for Extreme Crazy Gamers. They have to protect him super much so that he can do as much damage as everything. Shockwave came into play. Draven got enough damage onto Leona. Leona fell down, and then right after, Ryze got split off and double kill onto Kisser. It'll be good. It's going to be good for the team of Extreme Crazy Gamers. But it's only one man, and even though you do have a decent enough protection with Crystal Sad Mummy, with Tark Stun, with Shockwave, with Call of the Week and such like that. Still not enough because you do have an 80 assassin with Darium who just uses Living Shadows to get in between the men and go through that. You have Maokai with the Twisted Events, just goes right in between, and even the Rune Prison Rise could actually go in and splash in onto the Draven, and it would be all worth it. It was all dependent. That fight was really dependent because of Ezreal, unfortunately, being that bottom lane, just kept on farming, and you'll kind of made it a 4v5, and that's never a good time for Stompmachine.
Ryze and Ezreal now, both about to surpass the 250 creep mark. Stand aside, bottom lane not going to land on anything. That tower is not looking so good. 220 hit points to its name. Zed, however, will find our Renekton out there. The corkscrew going off as well. Ignite, lots of damage, a good shield, and the shockwave unfortunately not landing on top of anyone. Here comes the Twisted Advance. Arcane Smash, going to be throwing out the ult, but it's not going to be enough to keep Renekton alive. Good news is they will get that counter kill on top of Stone Cold, but Rip Rap under the tower. Majoki looks to be doing alright, but that tower is still landing a beating. Double kill comes out for our Orianna, and another flash coming out as well for Darium. Now bot lane as well. Kisser and Holbeck going on top of Narushi. There goes the Dazzle, but it looks like that might actually be the end of it down there. So again, not the trade that the Stompmachine was looking for. That was a lot invested just for a Renekton kill.
Ryze kind of stayed out in the open, or not the open, but closed off, and we didn't see Darium actually just assassinate on Holbeck. Holbeck should be dead. Darium going to pick up that kill. We're going to see if they can catch up to the Draven, but unfortunately not going to happen. Yeah, Ryze kind of stuck around way too much and didn't actually do anything to help out that kill onto Renekton, so I killed Maokai pretty much because he took 6 tower shots altogether and just got killed from him. Other than that, Rip Rap with the Crystal Sun Mummy made sure that the tower got onto the Ryze, and Ryze can get out of it as well. Does have Service Embrace, does have Void Staff, does have Hextech Revolver, all great stuff. But if you keep playing this way, you're kind of giving out even more throws, and more throws equals, well, there's a certain equalization point where the teams will be able to just kill each other, and whoever stays out alive will actually just win out. So if Extreme Crazy Gamers, especially with the Mumu, having that Crystal Sun Mummy up, it'll be very dangerous of a time for Stompmachine to try to dive in and kill it and everything.
Well, it looks like we're going to be sticking in around the 7,000 gold difference mark. Going to get some nice farm on top of Renekton top lane. He's also past the 200 creep mark now. But yeah, the Trinity Force should be nearing completion for our Ezreal as well. 272, 102 on Ezreal. Not the most involved. Right now we do got 10 cumulative kills on top of Rise, and 8 of those as well on top of Zed, but only the 3 on our Ezreal. Good Arcane Shift, going to avoid the bandage. Here comes Darium as well. Could be a blue fight. And, robbing Amumu and Orianna, those blues have definitely taken their toll on the team of the Extremes.
But it hasn't been really robbing them. Like, Rip Rap has been taken away from Orianna, and Orianna hasn't had like the best days for his, just his lane phase. But he has Linus Rod. She has the Hextech Revolver as well, so she'll be okay as well. Holdback gonna get in there, gonna get insta give pretty much from the Rise damage, and it's actually Ezreal gonna pick it up. You do see the blue buff going on the Chrysler, but is this gonna be enough to actually try to disengage? Guess you're gonna have to flash through the wall to get out of that one, and now the team will be maybe okay.
Yeah, Shirelia's going to go out the ball in defensive position. Shockwave and the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Not too sure it's going to be enough. Big kills coming out. Stone Cold looks like he's going to be alive, and a triple kill for Ezreal. Tower will finish off our Leona. And again, tower shots just being eaten up here by Rise. Ace comes out, 5 for 1 under the tower. I think that's a bit of a testament to the power of the Stompmachine right now.
No, I mean, Stompmachine's Rise and the AD carry Ezreal have been just doing so well. 258, 274 on CS, but they also keeping them on the kills. That's an easy way to say that a Stompmachine can just win out and in every fight. The damage output, that True Shot Barrage, plus on top of that, the Rise just AoE spells with the Ultimate on really hurt on the team over there. Even though Rip Rap, Kisser were doing a lot of damage with that Chris Summoning on top of just the Worldly Active damage output, it was just not enough to secure anything else. And that's just a testament that Maokai, yeah, he is tanky and he didn't die throughout the whole process of that dive, but he kind of baited out all the ultimates all right there to make sure that, well, Ezreal and Rise can do all their damage, and that's just what you want from a team. You want to make sure that they can get baited out and make sure that, well, everybody else can clean up, and that's really good what Stompmachine is actually doing on their Extreme Crazy Gamers.
Not only a Trinity Force, but a Last Whisper picked up for Ezreal. That's how much cash he had to burn after that triple kill and Dragon and Tower. I mean, that's pretty much what it came to. 5 for 1 with a Dragon and Tower on top of things. So much for 7,000 gold difference. We're back up to the 10,000 mark. And I gotta say, Stomp, again, just really good stuff out of them. We have ourselves a Hextech on Rise. When was the last time we saw a Hextech on Rise?
Right when they changed the values of Rise's abilities, yeah. Hextech Revolver is a pretty good ability to actually, or a pretty good item to actually have for Rise's Resustain, and it helps him out when he doesn't have to use the ultimate to actually deal Resustain as well. Since the AP ratios are a little bit more fixed per se on Spellflex and all the other stuff, Majority with that is not a bad idea to actually do the Hextech Revolver on top of it.
Desperate power, and it forces out the flash from Aramumu. Can't say the same here for Orianna. Gets instantly crushed. She's going to be down to the next team fight, and this could be a nice transition to a Baron. We do got the pings going down as well, and I think we did some counter warding here. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, we did throw out a counter ward at the Baron. I was kind of curious to see if we were going to see a Baron during the attempted Dragon by the Extremes. Of course, Dragon wasn't there, and absolutely no ward coverage going down. Now, we do got some pings saying, hey, guys are coming. Stone Cold just going to be the zoner. Don't exactly need him to take down the big worm. Worm at 2,000 hit points and dropping, absolutely crushed. Big DPS.
Yeah, I mean, Andre and Darium do enough damage. I mean, Armor Shred is pretty OP when you have that added on to the damage output that Andre has. It's pretty good. Darium going to try to get in there. Living Shred is on. All Kisser's really out in trouble, but they're going to go right on Rip Rap to make sure that he doesn't have that answer. And yeah, this is probably going to be the game, getting down the AD carry and the jungler, making sure that nothing is going to be able to CC the team of Stompmachine.
Yeah, Holbeck and Renekton going to be just the defenders, but still 5-on-2 up against a team with 13 kill lead, over 10,000 gold, and that Baron to boot. It's not looking good. It is definitely not looking good. Surrender vote coming out. GG is going to be called out as well. It was pretty much just only time for that push. So I gotta say, Stompmachine, aptly named. Aptly named.
Yeah, great job by them winning out the game. Twin Crazy Gamers showed some life with that Draven, but it was only one man above many, and well, the one man cannot just stand tall. Wow, the banner command, I didn't even actually see that actually being built up by my man.
You'd never see that. But it does, give you that promote. You could have some fun times with a banner command Nunu. Remember that we've seen some of that with the blood boiled promoted minion. Really good tower pushing strat, but c'est la vie. All right, so that's going to be game. Really overpowering mid, really overpowering bot lane, but still that's Zed top lane. Just Renekton was supposed to be the counter. Unfortunately for him, did not work out.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think just more of the pressure / mechanical skill that we saw from Stompmachine is way above what the Extreme Crazy Gamers actually had. So that was just another thing as well. Extreme Crazy Gamers did put up a good fight. Biggest thing was Mumu, well, taking 2 blue buffs as well. That's just really unfortunate for Orianna. Orianna probably could have done a little bit better in the lane phase, but after the first blood pretty much happened there at mid, there's no way that Orianna would really try to take that one out anymore.
So many fans in chat for Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Man, this Stone Cold, the next Saint Vicious possibly at this point. 0-1-13, no kills, but hey, assisted his team in 13 of the 23. Gotta say, 9.6k to his name, had himself the Aegis. He had the double Aegis come out as well from Leona. Remember that game we saw in the finals with triple Aegis? Still boggles the mind that we had that, but c'est la vie. All right, so that's the Alienware Week 6 NA, guys. Stompmachine gonna take the win over top of the Extreme Crazy Gamers. Thanks again to both teams for consenting to the shoutcast. And I'm in the FourCourtJester with me, the Bird. Stream is the word. Where can people find you there, bro?
You can find me over on twitter.com/L3IRD or on Facebook, facebook.com/L3IRD Gaming. Thank you for everybody who was watching today. And yeah, Stone Cold, man. Stone Cold OP.
Alright, so we'll be back in more or less 6 hours for the North American component. Best of 1, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you hit the follow, the subscribe, the like buttons, and we'll get this one out to YouTube. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you a little later.